Welcome to the first episode of Kitchen Table Talk. I am your host and moderator, Nneka Ngene, and these are my friends who have joined me to contribute to the conversation about Nigeria. We all know that 2014 has been a chaotic year for the nation and Nigerians at large, abroad and at home. We know that there is widespread corruption. We're still looking for over 200 girls who have been abducted from their schools. There is increasing insecurity, poor infrastructure. Would you say that a lot of the problems we're facing now dates back to the way we were divided as a nation?
Well, yeah, obviously the colonial legacy has a part to play in the problems we face now. The most common theory under the colonial legacy is the division of the country. So to today, many people think that Nigeria shouldn't be one country, that should be divided along ethnic lines. So some say they could have left Nigeria in a better position economically, at least. Do
you think we were better off then than we are now, before the British came and put us together as a nation?
I think we're better now. Well, I think before they came and after they came, I feel we're much better off after they came than before. Because for me personally, I don't like putting blame on people as the root cause of the problem. So yes, they came in and they put
people. You mean the British?
The British, to be specific. I do not like putting blame on them because yes, they came in and they separated the northern parts, the eastern parts, the southern parts, the western parts, and everything. But after they left, power is given to us. So it's now, how did we handle it?
Exactly.
Right? Are we going to keep on saying, okay, it's because they came that Nigeria is in a very bad position, or is it that we were not able to manage power properly and we're now into this position?
Yeah,
exactly. So
I think sometimes when you talk about this issue, it's not good for you to throw that blame to the British side. I want to give you my reasons. When you're doing politics, everywhere around the world, they have their differences. Every group, they have their differences. But once that difference, or whatever difference, play a role in political scene, then it's going to affect the democratic aspect that particular polity is supposed to deliver. So that's what's happening in Nigeria and other African countries. The ethnic and tradition is playing a role in our political scene. And that's why you're getting what you're getting now, because everyone wants to favor whoever put them in power. And you can throw back to Rwanda and see what happened. And that's exactly what happened, because they want to put people in their power. That's what I'm saying. Democracy is not built for favoritism. Mm-hmm. It's built for you to achieve equality.
Boko Haram now, I really feel is a very political thing.
Obviously, yeah.
Political in the sense that it's hard for me to believe that they don't know who it is, or they can't find who is behind it. So they have it for a reason. And the timing of when Boko Haram kind of bombs places, yes, I can't really say it's because of this or that, but it's kind of to eradicate a particular issue. If, let's say, there's a popular issue like with the 20 billion happening, or with, let's say, Sanusi going south, then there'll be a bomb that'll happen somewhere. Or this media thing that's been going on with the 200 girls who were kidnapped and then they've finally been sold off, apparently. Then a bomb happens somewhere. It distracts people from the main issues going on in Nigeria. That's one thing, it distracts people. Second thing is, it's a source of money. People make money from wars, right? People who sell guns and etc.
Yeah.
So if you have people, I don't know if people in government are, but if you have people who are in government that are funding this,
I definitely think it's people in government.
They would push for Boko Haram to continue versus eradicate it.
So and we have to remember that after Goodluck Jonathan got elected in 2011, a lot of the losers, I guess, including Buhari, especially Buhari, came out very publicly and threatened to make Jonathan's government ungovernable. And this is a man who may or may not be capable of carrying out a threat like that. But the fact is, Jonathan's government has, to a lot of extent, become ungovernable, and it's also surprising that no one is pointing any blame.
So your theory is that people are trying to use this to undermine his...
I mean, looking at the way Boko Haram has operated, I think especially the bombings in Yanya, I think, and the kidnapping especially, it's not the work of Islamists. It's a work of criminals.
I think
that's what I was saying. I think it started
Boko
out
Haram
as a religious thing, then it has now become political.
Well, now
I think they still have a religious agenda.
Spoilers. Now it's a bunch of spoilers.
They still have a religious agenda attached to it, but there's a political face to it.
I don't think they have a religious agenda.
I don't think
they are not a group with a direction.
Okay, just explain what you mean.
It's true. I think it's
what I'm trying to say is the political side is the background, like I'll put it, that's what they're going to put outside to people. But they're not going to put outside the idea of supporting a particular political party. But the actual is
they're using that as
they're using that as a cover, like just to cover on and continue what they're doing. But the president now is hopeless, doesn't know what to do. He needs help.
Well, because the people he's ruling don't have any faith in him anymore. You know, everyone's saying John.
But why should we even like?
But what has he?
What has he done?
What has he? You know, we're playing right into party politics. Okay, the girls got kidnapped, and everyone started blaming Jonathan, but no one said a single thing about the Bauchi government. Are we forgotten?
No, but seriously, I understand why you blame Jonathan, because at the end of the day, you're president. You make the big decisions.
It is
you're not
very,
going to go and blame.
There's nothing Jonathan would have done to prevent those girls from.
No, why?
But like my thing is that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Exactly. Thank you.
If the state,
it's just like people. No one blamed Obama for the Boston bombings.
No, don't get it wrong.
When that happened, what was the first? People sympathize with that.
It's different.
People sympathize with that. They didn't go on and say, okay, Obama needs to resign.
Okay, I have a question.
At the same time, Obama released a statement. Right? And Jonathan did not. He did. He basically.
You guys are not mentioning something.
What?
The president himself, after the first bombing, the next day, continued this rally for 2015 election. That's nonchalant attitude. So you don't expect the people alone to blame. Yeah, they're gonna, because the next
day. Is that Jonathan's problem, or is that a fault of democracy? Because he has to campaign because he wants to get re-elected. Is that the fault of democracy?
It's all about timing, right? Sure, nobody says you can't campaign. Campaign, fine.
But the country is
But if you're president of the country, you present the whole country, and they bomb the country today, you go out tomorrow and say,
I start dancing.
What message does that send to people that are money?
Obama suspended his to come back.
And I agree. I totally agree that he's irresponsible.
But your thing is that we shouldn't put all the blame.
Exactly.
We should also hold the
because no one has mentioned a single thing about the Borno governor. Hell, I don't even know.
But let me remind you, the same governor said that the reason why we are here today, we should blame it on our leaders. And the president himself said that, he's going to take away, if you take away the military from the state, that he's going to see whether the state is going to survive. That's not the thing you should hear from the president. The guy himself cannot, do you know how many security that guy has to carry? Like, the whole state is in a very big chaos.
The point is Borno gets funds. They have money, okay? They're not poor.
Oh, I don't
right. So I think they should definitely absorb some of that responsibility.
Let me ask you a question. When there's a security problem in a state, not in a state, in a country, who should they blame?
It's a national security problem. So yes,
Boko Haram is a national security issue.
It is, but it operates mainly.
No, with
the exception of the
You said when you brought up Boston bombing, like when that happened, how many times did you see the governor of Boston on TV?
Well, Obama released a statement, and then he went back.
That's what I'm saying.
Continued what he was doing.
At the end of the
went
day,
to the funeral. Went to the funeral of the victims, and then continued. But who absorbed the costs of making sure of ensuring security? Who started the investigation? Who did all that? The government of Boston. And the police department
to do with this.
Of course he did. Maybe okay. You guys need to do something about this.
Other than that,
the Boston Police Department
two separate countries.
One
is more advanced, sophisticated in technology, sophisticated in everything. The other one is still trying to get a start. Borno State is not a functioning state that could tackle.
And don't you think that's a problem?
That's the problem. Yeah, that's true.
So then why are we not talking about that? Why are we saying Jonathan is to resign? What would Jonathan's resignation?
No, that's
what would Jonathan's resignation?
I'm a strong feeling of, if you're president, you're responsible for every government.
Okay.
You're responsible for every local government. You're responsible for ensuring that every local government
does
everything. If you can't do that, then
if you can't
and I think that's also a problem.
As a president,
the federal government should not be responsible for everything the state or local government is doing.
Well,
Why? Our country.
we need to decentralize.
Our country is always a
We need to
centralized.
decentralize.
Yeah, you're right. But for right now, once there's a security problem, the president. If the president cannot handle national security problem, then he has not been successful in his own particular stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's think of what you would do if you're in his shoes. What would you do better? Okay, you send the military in. They're there.
It went off.
What do you do?